ऋण नेपालद्वारा तानसेन नगरपालिका पाल्पाको समन्वयमा तथा देववाणी संस्कृत तथा साधारण मावि, जनप्रिय मावि र लुम्बिनी मावि पाल्पाको सहकार्यमा उत्पादित यो कार्यक्रम ग्रिन तारा नेपाल, फेडो नेपाल र ऋण नेपालबाट संयुक्त रूपमा सञ्चालित स्ट्रङ गर्ल्स प्रोजेक्टको एक अंश हो। यसमा करुणा जर्मनी तथा जर्मन सरकार BMZ को आर्थिक सहयोग रहेको छ। कोभिड-19 को कारणबाट घरमै रहेका बालबालिकाहरूको पठन पाठनमा सहजता ल्याउने उद्देश्यले यो हेर्दै सिक्दै कार्यक्रम तयार गरिएको हो।
Namaste. Hello my dear students. How are you? Perhaps you are doing well. Today I am going to teach you relative clause. It is also known as an adjective clause. Okay, look at the board. Combine the following separate sentences by using who, whom, whose, which or where. Number 1. She is the girl. She topped the class. Here, what is the repeated one? She. Which case is it? Subjective case. If there is repetition of the person in subjective case, we have to join the sentences using who. She is the girl. She topped the class. Here, she is the girl who topped the class is correct. The girl means she. That's why we have used who. We have omitted she. It is in subjective case, so we have used who. If the person in the subjective case should be removed, we should use who. Here we can join in another way also. She who topped the class is the girl. It is also another answer. Another answer. She who is the girl topped the class. 3 answers. Which one is the best answer? She who topped the class is the girl is the best answer, and other 2 answers are also correct. Other 2 correct answers are she is the girl who topped the class, one answer. Another correct answer, she who is the girl topped the class. It is also another correct answer. Number 2. I know about your brother. Your brother is a doctor. What is the repeated part here? Your brother. Repeated part is in the subject position. The person of the subject position can be replaced by who. It is just like of number 1. So, what is our answer? I know about your brother who is a doctor. And the next, bring me the book. The book is on the table. What is the repeated part? The book. Here, the book is an object. The repeated object can be omitted by using which. So our answer is like this. Bring me the book which is on the table. And the next. He has a camera. He takes photos with it. What is repeated here? Camera, object. For an object, we use which. So, he has a camera with which he takes photos. Here, with it. There is with it in the second sentence. That's why we use with which. If there is preposition in the second sentence, that preposition should be used before the relative pronoun. So we have used with which because there was with it in the second sentence. Next, this is the office. My father works in the office. What is repeated part? Office. So it is also place. Place can be removed by using where. This is the office where my father works. Number 6. Nepal is a country. People live happily here. Even here, repeated part is a country. In the first sentence, a country. In the second sentence, here. Both phrases indicate the same place. That's why repeated place can be omitted by using where. Nepal is a country where people live happily. Here we have removed here because we have used relative pronoun where and we have joined two sentences. He is a student. You taught the student in Pokhara. What is the repeated part? A student. The student. Same. The person repeated in the object position can be omitted by using whom. In the second sentence, you is subject, taught is verb, the student is object. The person repeated in the object position can be removed by using whom. That's why our sentence reads like this. He is the student whom you taught in Pokhara. He is the student. It is the main clause. Whom you taught in Pokhara, it is the relative clause. Relative clause is also known as an adjective clause. Whom is relative pronoun or relative conjunction. Do you remember the actor? We saw the actor in the park. What has been repeated here? The actor. In the second sentence, we is the subject, saw is the verb, the actor is the object. If the person is repeated in the object position, it is removed by using the relative pronoun whom. That's why our answer reads like this. Do you remember the actor whom we saw in the park? The child is an orphan. The child's parents are dead. Here, in the second sentence, we see the possessive case, the child's. If we have to remove the possessive case, we should use whose. That's why our answer is the child is the orphan whose parents are dead. Here, in the first sentence, the child is an orphan. We have used article an, but here we have used the orphan. Why? Because in the relative clause, we use the or definite article before the antecedent. Here orphan is the antecedent, so we have used the. In place of a or an, we use the. Number 10. I wrote a letter to my friend. His mother died yesterday. Even here, we have to remove possessive case his. That's why we have to use relative pronoun whose. Number 10. I wrote a letter to my friend. His mother died yesterday. Here in the second sentence, there is use of possessive case his. We have to remove possessive case his. If we have to remove the possessive case, we have to use whose. That's why our answer reads like this. I wrote a letter to my friend whose mother died yesterday. Who is a relative pronoun used to replace the person nominative case. It means if the person is repeated in the subjective case, we should use who. The person having in the position of subjective case can be replaced by using the relative pronoun who. Whom is a relative pronoun used to replace the person objective case. If the person is repeated in the object position, the repeated person can be removed by using the relative pronoun whom. Whose is a relative pronoun used to replace the person possessive case. This means if we have to omit or remove or delete the person, possessive case person, we have to use whose. Which is a relative pronoun used to replace the things. If the objects are repeated, the repeated objects can be removed by using the relative pronoun which. In place of which, we can use that. Where is a relative pronoun used to replace place. If the place is repeated in the first and second sentences and we want to delete the repeated place, the repeated place is deleted by using the relative pronoun where. Relative pronouns are of two types. They are defining relative clause and non-defining relative clause. Defining relative clause is known as restrictive relative clause and non-defining relative clause is known as non-restrictive clause. Here we are going to talk about the differences of defining relative clause and non-defining relative clause. Now look at the board. Defining versus non-defining relative clauses. Defining relative clause is known as a restrictive relative clause. Non-defining relative clause is also known as non-restrictive relative clause. Now here we are going to show the differences between defining relative clause and non-defining relative clause. Defining clause, no commas. It means there is no comma or commas in defining relative clause. There is a comma or there are two commas in non-defining relative clause. One difference. Next difference. Defining relative clause is necessary. It can't be omitted. Non-defining relative clause is only an extra information, so it can be omitted. Here we see the example. I called my brother who lives in Ontario. Here, who lives in Ontario is defining relative clause. There is no use of comma. I called my brother is main clause. Here we can't delete who lives in Ontario. Here I have more than one brother and I call the one that lives in Ontario. It is the meaning. If we use who lives in Ontario. That's why defining relative clause is not deletable. It is important. My brother, comma, who lives in Ontario is elder. Here, who lives in Ontario is non-defining relative clause. It is also known as non-restrictive clause. It can be removed because this part adds only extra information. It doesn't restrict the meaning. It doesn't specify the meaning. And third difference, we can use that in defining relative clause. We cannot use that in non-defining relative clause. Examples: that's the mug, which or that. In place of which, we can use that in defining relative clause. That's why that's the mug, which or that I bought in Paris. I didn't know the man who or that was there. These sentences or these examples show that in place of which we can use that. In place of who we can use that. But it must be defining relative clause. But it is not possible in non-defining relative clause. For example, these bikes which cost a fortune are made in Japan. Here, which can't be replaced by that. And now, other differences. Relative pronouns can be omitted in defining relative clause, and relative pronouns cannot be omitted in non-defining relative clause. For example, do you like the song which or that I wrote? Here we can omit which or that because it is a defining relative clause. That's the man whom or that I like. Here we can omit whom or that because it is defining relative clause. And now let's talk about non-defining relative clause. We cannot omit who or which. For example, they introduced me to John, whom I liked. Here, relative pronoun who can't be omitted. Now, look at the board. The children are clever. They should be sent to school. Join with who? Here we have to see the repeated part. What is the repeated part? The children. In the first sentence we see the children. In the second sentence we see they. The children and they refer to the same persons. Here we are going to replace who having in the subject position. That's why we are going to use who. The children who are clever should be sent to school. Here, the children should be sent to school is the main clause. Who are clever is the relative clause. Here, we don't see any comma. That's why it is a defining relative clause. Here, the children, comma, who are clever, comma, should be sent to school. Here, the children should be sent to school. It is main clause. Who are clever? It is non-defining relative clause. Here, non-defining relative clause has been preceded and followed by commas. What is meaning difference here? The children who are clever should be sent to school. There are no commas. It is the defining relative clause. The meaning of this sentence is that some children are clever, some children are dull. Only the clever children should be sent to school. Other children should not be sent to school. Thus, there are two types of children. Some are clever, some are not clever. Who should be sent to school? Only the clever children should be sent to school. This is the meaning of the defining relative clause. It means defining relative clause defines. The defining relative clause specifies. So, it is an important part. And next, the children, comma, who are clever, comma, should be sent to school. Here, the children should be sent to school. Main clause, who are clever, non-defining relative clause. What is the meaning difference? This sentence means that all the children are clever. All the children should be sent to school. It means all students are of the same type. They are not of the different type. It is the meaning of the second sentence. So, who are clever? It is an extra detail. So, it can be omitted. It is necessary only to add some detail. It is not necessary to specify. It doesn't specify. So, defining relative clause specifies the meaning, but non-defining relative clause tells only extra detail. So, defining relative clause can't be omitted from the sentence, but non-defining relative clause can be omitted from the sentence. Dear students, today I taught you relative clause. Perhaps you know well. I think you practice even at home. If you have any problem, you can ask questions. Okay, my phone number is on the screen. Thank you. This much for today. See you again.